Hey there, welcome back. It's time once again for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, where I take this much beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me by one of my best friends about 2 decades ago, and it's been surfing my coffee table ever since. And it's well read, well loved, and I thought it would make a great excuse to have old fashioned comic book shop conversations right here on my channel right now with you. You can leave a comment in the comment section. Be part of this conversation. Let me know what you think. This has been a good experience for me so far. I honestly love making positive content. And this is just a really nice expression of my lifelong love of comic books and superheroes and this geek culture of mine. And this is an Abrams book, 2004 printing. It's been written and curated by Les Daniels, Chip Kidd, and Geoff Spear. There's a link in the description if you want your own copy. Last time I checked, I think it's still under $20 on Amazon, and it will look great on your coffee table as well. Maybe you can play along at home, and wouldn't that be cool? But thank you so much for tuning in. The Golden Age of DC Comics runs from 1938 to 1955. The Silver Age from 1956 until 1970, and the Bronze Age from 1970 until 1985. And this, like I said, is an excellent opportunity just to gush about comic books. I take this book for its intended purpose. It's a page a day. I crack it open. I look at today's date. It's May the 10th. And we're going to have so much to talk about today with this one. It's story and art by Brad Toomey from Adventure Comics, number 40. And this is from July of 1939. Bulldog Martin isn't trying to get close. He's trying to get away in hope that he can prevent a fix at the racetrack. It's an old plan, probably never tried outside fiction, of trying to disguise one horse to look like another. Quote, so that's their racket. If poison outruns the disguised sea admiral, Palfrey intends to kill poison during the race. And yeah, and that's our panel for today. There's so much to talk about. I mean, you have a bound guy getting slapped in the face by a big tough guy. This is just for thinking about it. He's got plaid slacks. I know my hand is obscuring his slacks. But yeah, he's a big tough guy. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. And you got some speed lines there. He's seeing stars. I mean, you got the onomatopoeia of slap. You know what I mean? And yeah, who's Bulldog Martin? Which one's which? I don't know. And I don't know if we care. I mean, this is going to be a hit and run kind of day, I guess, or a light one. Wow, yeah, DC Comics, 365 days, and that was today's offering. Yeah, but Adventure Comics, that ran for a very long time. It was, this is from the wiki. All right, Adventure Comics is an American comic book series published by DC Comics from 1938 to 1983. It was revived in 2009 to 2011. I was on for that one. I remember that came after Final Crisis. And that was Superboy Connor Kent. That was like his title. And that was pretty good, for the few issues that I got. But then came the new 52 in 2011. Therefore, moving the needle and changing the game. Oh, gosh. And let's see. Adventure Comics began its nearly 50-year run in December of 1935 under the title New Comics, which was only the second book series published by National Allied Publications, now DC Comics. The series was retitled New Adventure Comics with its 12th issue in 1937, and in issue 32, November 38, saw the title changed again to Adventure Comics, which would remain the book's name for the duration of its existence. It was originally a humor comic, and it evolved into a serious adventure series. Often superheroes in the early days of adventure included Hourman, Starman, and Jack Kirby and Joe Simon's Manhunter. And there was Superboy, Green Arrow, Johnny Quick, and Aquaman moved to the series from their previous home in more fun comics. So Adventure Comics was one of the few superhero comic books to survive the end of the Golden Age. Yeah, and it was the home of one of the homes of Superboy, and Superboy sold comic books. He really did. And yeah, there was a second attempt at this. Yeah, I remember that. It was a 5-issue miniseries, The Final Crisis, Legion of Three Worlds, led into an all-new volume of Adventure Comics. And yeah, I remember getting that Adventure Comics number 0. What? Issue 0? What's an issue 0, Sully? Well, I mean, an issue 0? Yeah, I mean, that's a, it can be anywhere in the enumerated publishing, between issues 14 and 15. It could start off a series. An issue 0 is it's just a publication gimmick. It's a numbering gimmick, and it's usually a standalone tale that includes an origin story. But what it does, it updates it, it refreshes it, and it introduces like something such as a new element in the past that's going to come back into our mythic now of the ongoing. So yeah, in issue 0, I know DC in 1994 would try to be a big innovator about this. Their 0 Hour Crisis in Time was a follow-up to 1985's Crisis on Infinite Earths, which, tried to do its best, and then all of these loose ends with comic book stories that have been going on for decades now upset. And it's these crises are always attempts at appeasing the reader, I guess, with the constant changes and then reverting back to form. So comic books have basically a predictability to it, and to what's going on. They're going to veer very far from the established norm, and then by the end, hopefully, bring it back into its original place. And that seems to be like the comics cycle. And well, what do you think? You can leave a comment in the comment section. What are your feelings about issue number 0s? Issues number 0. I like them. I think they're odd. Or are they even? No, they're 0. It's neither. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I'm a fan of it because it's a gimmick, and it came out during a time when I was a younger person. That so I've grown up with like issues 0 being in, they're notable. They have a weight to it. I love the Flash issue 0 from 1994 with Wally West, where he's trapped back in time and he remembers meeting himself. He's a young kid, and he's an only child, and his parents are going through a divorce, and he's it's a big family barbecue, and so future Wally is stuck in this time, and he's like, oh, I remember this day where I met my older cousin. And I just love the use of the gimmick. Yeah, and that worked for the Flash. I was a big Flash reader then, and still would be too. But yeah. But now we're talking about the golden age of DC Comics, and we're going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern U.S., and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We talk about cooking here. I'm a professional chef. I have a playlist called What's Cooking, and I share my techniques and hacks with you. I'm also a spiritual guy, an ordained minister, an amateur theologian. I have my gratitude lists and Sunday sermons in a folder below. Hashtag lighten up. You know, it's about enlightenment and how spirituality can help improve your daily life if you let it. Let the sun shine in. Yeah, face it with a grin. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very grateful for you for tuning in. I hope that you can crack open a comic book and to be transported to a different place, away from this world and its problems, and that you can find some escapism just for a few moments. And you can do that by cracking open any comic book that you haven't read or that you've already read a few times. So good luck, namaste, God bless, and we will see you again tomorrow. Okie dokie, thank you, bye.